Hey, how are you guys? I'm Gloria.
I'm Rosie.
And this is Vidigrow.
Today we're going to make our very own planting plans and see what this has to do with junk food and tea and coffee.
Okay, let's get cracking. Who knows what farmers get up to at this time of year? It's getting a bit warmer outside, the sun's coming out. Here's a clue. That's right, they plant stuff.
But farmers don't just plant stuff willy-nilly, there's a lot of planning that goes into it. Before we make our very own plans, let's hear some more about planning our planting.
Listen very carefully. There will be quizzes and prizes. What's the story, Rosie?
We humans have been farming for around 12,000 years, which isn't actually that long compared to how long we've been on Earth. Anyway, for most of this 12,000 years of farming, we've planted lots of different crops all together, because that's how things work best in nature. Different plants provide different nutrients to the soil, so they help each other grow. Meanwhile, some keep pests away, some provide shelter from the wind and the rain, and some attract pollinators. When there are lots of different plants, the different shapes and sizes of their roots means they hold the soil together, so it doesn't get washed away in the rain. Variety also means that if there's a disease or disaster that affects some species, not everything will be lost. Having lots of different things all in one place is called diversity, and it's the key to healthy and resilient nature.
It's quiz time. Nature works best when we plant things all mixed up. Give me a thumbs up for true or a thumbs down for false. True. Well done. Here's your prize.
Very recently, farming changed a lot, and diversity has been disappearing ever since. Just a few hundred years ago, in Europe, the Industrial Revolution was happening, where lots of big machines were invented. Lots of these machines were designed for farming, like tractors and combine harvesters. And because these machines could only do one job at a time, they weren't much use unless all the plants growing in a field were the same. The fancy word for this is a monocrop. Mono means one. Monocrops had been getting pretty popular already, but now they really took off because they allow farmers to grow more food more quickly. But it wasn't all rosy. Around this time, Europeans were busy trying to take over the world, and they took their monocrop farming with them. They left their snazziest machines at home and made lots of slaves and local people work like machines instead. They worked in terrible conditions on big plantations where only one crop was grown, like coffee, tea or sugarcane, which Europeans could make lots of money from selling back home. Millions of people died, but monocrop farming has carried on spreading ever since, because it makes some people lots of money. Millions more have had their land taken away and have been forced to move or work on the new monocrop farms. This still happens, and it's a major cause of world hunger, because these people have nowhere to grow their own food anymore. You can't live off tea and coffee, and they don't often get paid enough to buy the food they need.
More quiz. Monocrops are 100% great. Thumbs up for true, thumbs down for false. It was false. You got it. Here's your other prize.
Meanwhile, in richer countries, many people are suffering from eating too much. Unhealthy food is cheap because governments pay farmers to grow monocrops like corn, wheat and soy, which are used to make junk food, and to feed animals to make cheap meat. Why don't they just pay farmers to make vegetables cheaper instead? On top of all this madness, monocrops harm the environment too. The soil gets weaker when all the roots are the same length, because it can easily be washed away. The soil gets less nutrients when there's less variety of plants, so farmers have to spray more chemical fertilisers, and the machines used to harvest and fertilise burn fossil fuels, which pollute and contribute to climate change.
Last quiz! The way we farm is troublesome for people and the environment. Thumbs up for true, thumbs down for false. Oh, you got it. Sadly, it is true. And your final prize?
A wakey shakey! Give yourselves a shake. It's time to get gardening.
This monocrop situation all sounds like a right pickle. But what can we do about it? Well, we can talk to everyone we know all about what we've just learned, and we can plant our garden the all mixed up way.
Here's what you'll need. Some A4 paper. Some clipboards or old bits of card to lean on outside. Some printed Vidigrow Veggie charts. Some printed starting a garden resources if you're starting from scratch. And one tape measure per group of 2 to 4 kids. Click the link in the video description to download the resources if you haven't already.
Remember to be good for your treat at the end.
Step 1. Bird's eye view. As a class, find a bird's eye plan of your school's outdoor space using the satellite view on Google Maps. Then, draw it out on A4 paper with a ruler, Rosie. Draw it out on A4 paper, add some labels, find out which way is north, and suss out where we'll get the most sun. Off you trot, you have 15 minutes. Step 2. Measure up. Rosie, those shoes are not appropriate. Get yourselves outside and add some measurements to your plan. Starting your tape measure on 0, Rosie. That's it. If you have a growing space already, can you measure its length? And can you measure its width? Maybe you can even work out its area. Just scribble on some scrap paper if you want to keep your plans inside and all nice. Feel the texture of your soil. Oh, no, not your whole arm, Rosie. Is it sticky? Is it sandy? Ah, there's a worm! Add this information to your plan, because it'll help you decide what vegetables to grow. And if you're planning a new growing space, how big will you make it? What shape will it be? Use our starting a garden resource to decide whether you'll make a raised bed, a dug bed, recycled pots, or a combination of all of them. Draw a design and some measurements on your plan, then get yourselves back inside. Don't keep me waiting, you have 20 minutes. Step 3. Choose your veg. Now it's finally time to decide what you're going to plant and where. Choose your favourite veggies and use our veggie chart to see what grows well together, what grows quickly, and what grows in your type of soil. Then you can get all creative and add some extras, like a rainwater harvester, or a worm hotel, or some recycled pots, made from wellies, or old tires, or a toilet seat. Can you come up with any crazy ideas? This is our last task, so hurry, you have 15 minutes. Oh, wait, teacher, if any of their plans are excellent, do email me a photo and a school postage address. We'll be sending out prizes for the best 5 designs.
Excellent job. I'm so excited to see them.
Now you need to have a vote for your favourite designs, or take a little bit of inspiration from everyone's and set a date to get planting. Make sure it's before our next session. We'll be making fertilizer to feed our new babies.
It's almost treat time, as long as you're still being good.
Before you go, remember to spread the word. It's the most important thing you can do.
Apart from subscribing to our channel, of course, hit the big red subscribe button to subscribe. Then click the bell to get an email with our next video on the 1st of April. I'm excited already! You thought I'd forgotten your treat, didn't you? Here you go.
Here's a little duck, but the duck got stuck.
Why are you stuck, you silly little duck?
I dunno.
I will rescue you if you make me laugh.
Okay. Why was 6 afraid of 7?
Dunno.
Because 7 ate 9.
Nope.
How can you tell a vampire has a cold?
Dunno.
She starts coughing.
Nope.
What did the banana say to the dog?
Dunno.
Nothing. Bananas can't talk.
Mushy peace.